Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we will be talking about key signatures. Having a deep understanding of key signatures will open up many different doors in the world of music theory. This video will primarily be focused on being able to tell what major key a song is in. This is not the only function of a key signature, but it's one of the more noticeable ones. It is important that you know how to read notes on the staff for this video, so if that is something you are not yet comfortable doing, I would recommend checking out my earlier videos on that topic. They'll be in the description below. The other two big terms you should be aware of are flats and sharps. Flats look kind of like a pointy lowercase b, and sharps look like a hashtag. Flats lower a note's sound by 1/2 step, and sharps raise any given note by 1/2 step. Here's an example of A to A flat. And here's A to A sharp. A flat sounds just a little bit lower than A, and A sharp is just a little bit higher. Feel free to go back and listen to those sounds so you can get used to what a flat and a sharp do to a note. Now that we know about flats and sharps, we can begin to discuss key signatures. A key signature is a group of flats or sharps at the beginning of a piece of music. This can be as many as 7 flats or sharps, or as few as none. No sharps or flats is a key signature as well. To figure out what major key we are in when there are sharps in our key signature, we go to the last sharp and go up one letter in the alphabet. Let's take this key signature for an example. We have 2 sharps. Reading from left to right, I have F sharp and C sharp, making C sharp my last sharp. Then I go up one letter in the alphabet, so from C to D, and I'm done. I am in the key of D major. Let's try a harder key now. Here I have 5 sharps. What key do you think this is? Once again, reading left to right, I have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp, making A sharp my last sharp. One letter up in the alphabet from A is B, so we are in the key of B major. When you have sharps in your key signature, go to the last sharp and up one letter to find your major key. Flat key signatures are a little different. To figure out what major key we are in when there are flats in our key signature, we use the rule that the second to last flat is the key. So let's start with this key signature. There are 3 flats. Reading left to right, I have B flat, E flat, and A flat. The second to last flat is E flat. So this is the key of E flat major. Again, let's try a harder key signature. Here are all 7 flats. Reading left to right, I have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. The second to last flat in that list is C flat, so I am in the key of C flat major. So to find the key signature with flats in the key, the second to last flat is the major key. Finally, there are 2 key signatures that don't fit our rules well. One is this key signature with only 1 flat. Remember, our flat rule is to go to the second to last flat to find our major key. Because I only have 1 flat, there is no second to last flat. It's a little silly, but I remember this one because the key of 1 flat is the key of F major. The other key signature we must remember is no sharps or flats. Because this key doesn't have any sharps or flats, we cannot apply either of the tools we learned earlier. Instead, try to remember that this key signature is clear of all other flats and sharps. No flats or sharps is the key of C major. I will be putting a link in the description below to musictheory.net where you can practice identifying key signatures, among other things, free of charge. This has been another episode of Music Theory from the ground up. Thank you for watching. If you have any tips or tricks for others to help remember key signatures, put them in the comments. As always, if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, leave them in the comments below. A like, share, and subscribe are always appreciated. I look forward to working with you to build your skills from the ground up.